boys and girls. How are you guys? It's me, Josue, your guys' Sunday school teacher. Well, since we can't really talk right now or have Sunday school, Sister Tita asked me if I could teach you guys a Sunday school lesson through the video. And I said, well, of course I would love to do that. And I'm excited. So for the meantime, we're not going to be able to have Sunday school, but this will have to do. But I have so much for you guys to watch, and we're going to have such a great time today. But I can't wait for you guys to get started. So we're going to be talking about self-control, patience, and we're also going to be talking about being courageous. Yeah, those are big words, right? Well, at least one of them. But how are we going to talk about self-control, patience, and being courageous? How can I teach you guys about self-control and patience and being courageous? If only there was someone that already has a story. You know, whenever you guys have a question, what do you guys do? What do I do when I have a question? I know, I ask an adult, because they have a lot of stories. So I mean, why not do that, right? Let's go ask them. Here we go. So kids, here we are with Sister Angie. Yeah, you guys know Sister Angie, right?
Hi, boys and girls.
Well, yeah, Sister Angie, I had a question. So I want to teach the kids about being courageous, being patient, and having self-control. But I really didn't know how to teach them that. So that's why I'm coming to you. Do you have any stories about that?
I do. I have found myself in every one of those situations at one point in my life. And one I recall was when I was 11 years old. And we it was actually on the 4th of July.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just like yesterday?
No, just like today.
Well, oh yeah, like today.
Yeah, and so, happy 4th of July, kids. And so my friend had invited me and another friend to the park and the carnival. And so we went, my friend's mom dropped us off. And my friend's mom asked us, do you guys have a ride for sure? Because she was going to get busy and cell phones didn't really exist. They didn't even exist then that I recall.
No cell phones?
No cell phones.
What? No iPads?
No iPads.
What?
Yes.
Really? Wow. Then what happened?
And then, so we were there for a few hours. It got dark. I think it was already like 10 o'clock at night. Well, then our friends' parents said they couldn't take us home no more.
No.
So I was really, really scared.
So what did you have to do? Did you call an Uber?
No, we didn't have Uber. There was taxi.
There was no Uber?
No Ubers.
No cell phone?
No
So
cell
then what
phone.
did you do?
We walked. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What?
In the dark, and I was very scared. I wanted to cry.
Really?
But I had to have courage. Because if I would have cried, I would have just sat there, and who knows what would have happened.
But thank God that He protected you through that,
yes,
right?
God protected me, and He gave me courage,
Wow.
boys and girls. Yes.
Wow, well, that's incredible.
Yes.
Well, now, kids, now we know that. Where does courage come from? God. God gives you guys courage.
Yes, He gave me a lot of courage, and we walked home, me and my friend, and we were both scared, but I made it home safe, and God took care of me.
Wow, well, thank you, Sister Angie.
Yes,
well,
thank
boys
you, Josue.
No, yeah, no problem. Well, we're going to be going to the next sister. Well, let's go.
Bye.
Bye. And I know I said sister, but in reality, I meant brother. This is my brother, Fidel. Hi, Fidel.
Hi, kids.
Yeah, you guys know brother Fidel, right? He preaches and stuff, right? Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah, so, I mean, hey, brother Fidel, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So, I want to teach the kids about how to be courageous, how to be patient, and how to have self-control. But I can't find any way to teach them. Do you have a story that you could tell them that you might have known since you were a little kid?
Oh, well, I remember one time that I had asked my mom I always wanted to have this iPod, and I told her, Mom, like she asked me, what do you want for your birthday one day? And I'm like, oh, I want an iPod. And and months went by, and you know, I knew that I had to be very patient, because I knew that my mom could not get me that iPad as soon as possible. But little by little, time went by, and she didn't. I thought, because at the time I was around 12 years old, and I thought she would get it for my 13th birthday. Little time went by, and I still had to grow impatient.
And you got it on your 13th birthday.
No, I got it on my 14th birthday because she was saving up a lot.
So 2 years?
Yeah.
You waited 2 years?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever waited that long for something?
And that's what patience is all about. You have to be patient. You have to know how to have self-control as well. You have to, understand that things take time sometimes.
Wow, have you guys ever wanted to get something real quick and right in the moment and you were like, I want it now? Mm-hmm. That happens to me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I always just want it now. Like, I can't wait.
It's like Amazon Prime, you want it 2 days.
2 days shipping, but even that's not fast enough.
It's not fast enough.
So sometimes we want to go real fast, but you ended up getting that iPod, right?
I did.
Yeah, and well, he waited. And like I always say, good things come to those who wait. And how did God help you in there?
Well, God taught me a lot, He taught me how things aren't easy to obtain, and it takes a lot of hard work. And my mom worked very, very hard. God helped her. God blessed her with, at the time she was doing housekeeping and cleaning houses. And at the time, like any little kid being impatient, God helped me be more patient.
Wow, so even as a kid, God helped you. Well, thank you, Brother Fidel.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, no problem. Well, say goodbye to the kids.
Bye, kids.
We're going to be talking next to one more sister. This one is a sister. So, I'll see you then. Let's go. Hi, kids. So, I'm here with Sister Chio. Hi. Yeah, so, Sister Chio, I have a question for you. Well, we're going to say this in Spanish because Sister Chio speaks Spanish. So, Hermana Rocío, yo tengo una pregunta. La hermana Angie ya nos habló de control, de, ¿cómo se dice? De ser courageous, de ser valientes. El hermano Fidel nos habló de tener paciencia. ¿Tienes una historia que le puedes compartir a los niños de tener control propia?
Sí.
Sí, a ver, cuéntanosla.
Okay. Una vez, cuando estaba más chiquita, como 9 o 8 años, fui con mi mamá a una tienda y miré una muñeca y esa muñeca estaba cara, pero le dije a mi mamá que la quería. Entonces mi mamá me dijo que no, que me esperara más adelante que no estuviera tan cara y si me la podía comprar. Pero cuando ella me dijo eso, yo la quería, no importara qué precio. Y ya después después dije, ok, voy a tener paciencia.
Y tenías que controlarte.
Y tenía que controlarme.
Ajá.
Y sí, lo entendí.
Te tuviste que entender que ella no te lo podía comprar, ¿verdad? Y te controlaste. No, sí, has that ever happened to you at home? Where you wanted something and then your parents couldn't get it for you? And then you guys had to wait and have self-control? ¿Verdad? Whew. That happens to me all the time. I can't wait and then I have to control myself because then if I wanted something, well, that also ties into being patient. She had to be patient too because if she would have gotten it later. But yeah, that was amazing. Que tú te pudiste controlar para poder esperar para que tu mamá, porque tú sabías y entendiste que tu mamá no te podía agarrar ese regalo ahorita. Bueno, sí. Bueno, muchas gracias, Sister Rocío. Thank you very much for helping us today. And everyone say thank you to Sister Chio. Yeah, so we'll see you guys in a few. So goodbye. So kids, wow, that was amazing. So, we talked to Sister Angie about being courageous. We talked to Brother Fidel about having patience. And we talked to Sister Rocio about having self-control. Well, isn't that cool? How Sister Angie was able to be courageous enough. And she walked all the way home all by herself when they couldn't give her a ride. Isn't that crazy? I couldn't have done that. I would have been scared. But she had God by her side. She told us that, right? And God was able to help her go through there, and nothing of harm came to her. And when Brother Fidel talked about us about having patience, how he waited for 2 years for an iPod. 2 years. Isn't that crazy? I wouldn't have been able to wait that long. I would have been like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to get it myself. And I wouldn't have been able to get it myself because I have no money. Well, back then I didn't have no money. But that's the point. Like, they waited so long. He waited so long and had so much patience. Well, and when Sister Rocio, she had self-control and she was able to understand her mom when she couldn't get her that doll. Like, imagine if she would have started crying in the store and she was like, Mom, I want my doll. I want my doll. I want the doll. Like, that wouldn't have done no one good. But she had self-control and she understood her mom when she wanted something. Well, these are all great examples of stuff that happen in our day-to-day lives. We either want something, we can't wait for something, or we're scared of something. But you know what? That's when God comes in. And if you can't do it by yourself, we can never be perfect by yourself. So that's when God comes in and then he helps us with all that stuff. He helps us be courageous because we think God's by my side, so I can be brave. We're not going to go walk around the whole town by ourselves, obviously. But if there's something scary, just remember, don't be scared because God's with you, right? But when Fidel had patience, well, he had patience. We're always going to try to look for patience, and we're always trying to get frustrated because we can't wait for something. Well, we pray to God and we say, Lord, please help me be patient. And then the Lord can help you wait for stuff, right? Yeah. And then when we have self-control, we sometimes want something or someone does something to us. And oh, wow, when someone does something to you that's mean, you have to hold yourself back and you're like, no le voy a pegar. No le voy a pegar. No le voy a pegar. Right? You have to have self-control because Señor Jesucristo a veces te quieren bajar de la cruz, but sometimes you gotta just have that self-control. And you know what? You gotta be self-control because God, it's like saying, Jesus is holding me back. God is holding me back. That's what self-control is. It's God holding you back. God's grabbing you and he's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And you're like, I won't do it. I won't do it. I want to cry in this store right now. But God's holding me back. God's holding me back. That's self-control. Well, I had so much fun with those stories. How about you guys? Well, you know what? We're going to go on to something a little more fun. We're going to go on about baking. Who likes cooking? I know, I love eating. Cooking, not so much because you have to clean. But eating? Yes, sign me up. So, we're going to be going over to Sister Karina because she has a secret recipe for Rice Krispies, right? That sounds awesome. Well, actually, it's going to be her hands. The voiceover is going to be done by me, though. So, enjoy my voice. So, let's get on with the cooking.
Who is ready to make some Rice Krispies? I know I am. So, what you are going to need is unos bomboncitos, aka marshmallows. Get some extra for the side. You'll thank me later. You're going to get some of that vanilla extract or paste. It doesn't matter. And some unsalted butter because we have had enough saltiness for the year. You're also going to be needing some candy melts. That's for decorations. It's going to be fun. And we are also going to be needing some non-stick butter because this is a sticky situation and we don't want none of that stickiness around us. Something else you're going to need is obviously this Rice Krispies, but you could also use any cereal you want. Like, honestly, it'll work with any cereal. And, of course, a tray to put it all in. Porque, además, where are you going to put it? Like, obviously, Well, this project is not going to take you long, but you will need your parents' help. So go ask your mom and ask your dad before you destroy their kitchen that if you can use it, okay? So first thing we're going to do is get that unsalted butter. We're going to wrap her out of her cocoon. And we are going to be placing her in that olla. because she's going to be melted on the stove top. You want this butter to be melted because it's going to be making this extra good. So just make sure you don't leave any of those extra pieces of like papel in there. So once you melted that butter, it's gonna look like this. Look how beautiful that looks. Melted butter, delicious. Then you're going to be getting your vanilla paste. Open that bad boy up, and you are going to put some flavor into your Rice Krispies. Because we don't need no bland Rice Krispies. You heard me? You heard me, kids? When you cook with some flavor. We ain't going to just leave this flavorless. That's going to add some extra spice. You Mexican. You should already know. Add some spice. Then what you're going to do is get chato, and you're going to mix her up. Then you also going to get chato again, and you're going to be placing those bombones, aka marshmallows, inside the olla. Then you're going to start mixing. And if that doesn't, like the residue heat doesn't melt those marshmallows, you guys can always put it on the stove and melt them that way. But just make sure it's completely melted, those marshmallows. And then it's going to be so, so beautiful. But just make sure you mix with chato. Use chato other than for spanking your children. So use chato, and it's going to look like that. Look at that. Now the hard part's coming, mijo y mijas. You are going to get the Rice Krispies and place them in there. And it is going to be difficult to mix this. I kid you not. You will feel like you are mixing concrete because it hurts. It's like the spiritual walk. The more you walk, the more it hurts. The more you want to stop. But the end result is amazing and delicious. So just remember that. Don't stop mixing, because that mixing is what basically makes these Rice Krispies. You remember those marshmallows? Yeah, you see? I'm putting them in there because you want some extra pockets of goodness. But it's going to make trust me, it's going to make it so much better. So you're going to mix it. And remember, don't put it on the stove once you're mixing it. It's just going to mix all that nicely together. So you're going to mix all of that off the stove, and you are going... You see how hard that looks? Like, I was going to give up, but... Once you're done with that, you're going to go at... Karina, excuse me? Wait, oh, okay, there she is. You're going to get a pan, and you're going to spray that with a very generous. Yes, because we don't want no sticky situations up in here. Yes, we do not need no stickiness. So we don't want that to stick to the pan. So we're going to spray it with that non-stick spray. If you want to put butter or something like that, you can do that too. Then you're going to get that Rice Krispies, and you're going to use chato one more time, and you're going to put that Rice Krispie mixture inside the little tray that we got prepared. After that, you're going to get wet hands. Have your hands wet, because if not, everything's going to stick to you. Wet your hands and then pat all of that Rice Krispie goodness down. Pat it down, smash it down, squish it into that mold, make it beautiful. And once you make it beautiful, it's going to start looking like this. And then once you make it beautiful like that, you are going to begin decorating. You are going to get your candy melts. You could do this. Get your candy melts, and you're going to melt them. What Karina is going to do is she's going to be melting these candy melts and just placing them straight on top. Honestly, you could do whatever you want with this. Like, be your own person. Like, do whatever you want. Decorate it. You could even eat them like that if you want. Like, honestly, but she's being extra right now. So, like, she could do that, though, because, like, we're already different from the world. We children of God, so we already extra. So, might as well do it with everything we're doing. So, decorate everything. Look how she's doing it. So, she's going to be rubbing that, decorating it. And then once she's rubbing all that down, look at that extra icing. Make it extra sweet. Who's gonna stop you? Maybe your parents, but that's still, like, try it. Look, you could decorate these any way you want. Look, I'm even gonna show you how that's gonna look like once we put some more decoration on top of that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You guys are gonna love these, honestly. But you guys have a great day, and hope you enjoyed this. These are good. You guys need to try these recipes.
It's really good. But besides that point, that pretty much concludes the rest of this video. Oh wait, I have a special surprise for you guys. So, you know how in the beginning we talked about this? Sister Tita went to California and she went to go see your guys' brothers and sisters in Vallejo and all the kids over there too. So, without further ado, we're going to be doing that video with Sister Tita and she's going to be showing you what she's been up to. Where is Tita today? Bow, bow!
In our way to visit our little friends in California. Vegan cheese.
Cheese. This is a bone. Look at from a dinosaur.
Whoa.
Dinosaur. It's just a bone for dinosaurs. We're trying to take the. It's like a dinosaur.
Bye, ladies. Go, keep going. See, la haces. Go, just go forward. Go, go. Look, I move it. So you can go. Pues, Nathan, ¿quieres decirle algo hi a tus amigos allá en California, en Colorado? ¿Sí? ¿No? ¿Quieres decirle algo a tus amigos en Colorado?
Algo le pasó. Dice que algo le pasaría. Why do you even need it? Throw in the roof. This is.
What about you, Rebecca?
Hi.
Hi. What about you?
Wow, how many of you guys enjoyed that video and saw all the kids playing and in the sand and Samantha driving that car? That was so cool, Samantha. I didn't know you know how to drive. I need you to take me to Starbucks, Samantha, okay? Yeah, next time we'll go to Starbucks, okay? Well, let's ask. Hey, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11:07 p.m.
It's a what? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11:07 p.m.
Yeah, it's way past my bedtime, so I'm gonna have to go to sleep. So I'll talk to you guys later, and you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys around, and until next time, see ya!